ha vége ennek a dalnak, akkor majd én is beteszek egy számot. And that means when this song is over, then I also will put on a song. And there's two words for song. One is dal and one is szám. So szám means number. So let's use that as a word to learn. Number. And just like in English, a song can be called a number. In Hungarian it can as well. Vége, so over. So I said when the song is over. So vége means the end, and it's possessive. So when this song has an end, then akkor, at that time, majd, that means soon enough. I also, and remember these words all, these sentences all have the word tesz in them. So tesz means to put, and be means into. So I will put into, I will throw on a song. So I too will put on a number. So that's a little jukebox. And the structure here, ennek, dalnak. So we've already talked slightly about the nak dative. So in this case it has high vowels, and instead of knock it's neck. But what it has is it's replicated in not only the noun dal, which means song, but in the article that modifies the noun. So the article is es, which means this. But the concept is that es, when it has an ending, it turns into ennek. So it could be considered as neck, but it's the z assimilates into the n and turns into an n. So that means, I don't know, you don't call it really an article. It's what is it? A determiner? The word as. Let's look that up. As in Hungarian. There's the list of languages here. So as means this. It's a pronoun. So the pronoun, here you see the dative form of it is ennek. So the pronoun that modifies the noun, I wouldn't call it a pronoun. I'd call it more of an article, or it has the same ending that the noun does. So that means that it belongs to it. And the noun has this nak ending, and that's one of the forms of possession is when you have the possessed noun with the possessive ending here, and then the possessor with the dative ending. And whenever you have that form of possession, there's always an article between the two. Usually it would be dal. That's the owner. The owner would be first. Vége. Okay, so that is the song's end. Song's end. Song, not the sun's end, the song's end. But there's another form you could use, which is dalnak, vége, which is considered the long form. So this is the short form, And then this is the long form. And it also means songs end. So you can consider it like a contraction. Dal vége and dalnak, vége, exact same thing, just one is shorter form. And then if we use the short form, we always have the possessed object immediately following the possessor. When we use the long form, we have more freedom to separate them out, to change the ending. So in this, not the ending, to change the order. So in this case, vége, dalnak, the order is switched around. So you can only stretch out the words, you can put words in between if you use the long form. So this is long form. The order altered slightly. It still means song's end. When the song has an end, at the end of the song. So if it is the song's end. Okay. Vége. And it's if it is the song's end. Let's stretch this out so we can see. And then here, ennek, dalnak. So if it is this song's end, vége, ennek, dalnak. If it is this song's end. So this is long form with, they call it a pronoun. I'm going to call it a determiner. I don't know. I'm not a linguist. I don't know the grammar concepts or terms. Let's see how good a word is determiner. Determiner? Did I even spell it right? A phrase headed by a determiner. Grammar. A member of a class of words functioning in a noun phrase to identify or distinguish. Oh my gosh. So definite articles, indefinite articles, cardinal numbers acting as quantifiers are types of determiners. I wish they had an example. Let's look at Wikipedia. I just don't want to use a term if it isn't the right term. I'm not exactly 100% certain if determiner, grammar, if I'm using the right term. I just want an example. Each is used as a pronoun. They're distinguished from pronouns by the presence of nouns. Each man. So I am right. Okay, so when Wiktionary said as was a pronoun, to me it didn't seem very accurate. So as a kutyam, this is my dog. So maybe I should be looking up as a. Let's do that, as a. And maybe here they'll say it's a determiner. They don't seem to have as a. Okay, well, if you use the as with an a, it turns into a determiner where you have a noun and the pronoun, and so that's no longer a pronoun, it's now called a determiner. Okay. So the determiners have to have the same ending as the noun that they belong with. And let's listen to the Hungarian.
Ha vége ennek a dalnak, akkor majd én is beteszek egy számot.
Okay, let's do another one. Oh, let's check it. Very good.